Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening and welcome to the Plymouth Municipal Band concert here in the City Park. It's a beautiful, beautiful summer evening. It's what we always wanted in January, and we got it now. So it's great. Our director for the Plymouth Municipal Band is Miss Andrea Pinnier, and she's the 14th conductor of the Plymouth Municipal Band since it was created in 1848. I was original member. Okay. So, Andrea has a wonderful, wonderful bio, and what is really wonderful is that she just received 25 years of service award for the Plymouth Municipal Band. And well deserved. And Miss Pannier, you're going to say a few words.
So I have a theme for this evening's concert, and you're going to get to hear some guest conductors and see some guest conductors come up. Music has an extraordinary way of connecting generations. While audiences often see the performers on stage, every musician's journey begins with a teacher who first sparked their curiosity, nurtured their talent, and inspired a lifelong appreciation for music. The greatest gift a music educator can give is not simply the ability to play an instrument or read notes on a page, but a love of music that endures long after the final school concert. The members of the Plymouth Municipal Band are proof that music can be enjoyed for the rest of your life, and it doesn't matter your occupation. Plymouth has enjoyed a rich tradition of excellence in music education for generations thanks to the dedication, passion, and vision of remarkable educators. Teachers like George Smith, Cody Wisman, Jason Sobronic, Art Parr, Eunice Fry, Ernie Brenneman, and so many others have devoted countless hours to helping students discover the joy of making music. Their influence extends far beyond the classroom, as many of their former students continue to perform in community ensembles, support the arts, and share their love of music with future generations. I gave a survey out to the members of the municipal band and asked them to name an influential music teacher in their lives. While many named the above-mentioned teachers, others reflected back on their education and who pushed them to continue on in music. Tonight's performance is a celebration of that enduring legacy. It is a tribute to the educators who believed in their students, encouraged them to strive for excellence, and instilled a passion for music that continues to enrich our community. As you listen this evening, we honor the teachers whose dedication made them possible. I hope you will enjoy.
A wonderful theme for tonight, to honor all the educators in the Plymouth Municipal Band and who have made an influence on our community. The Columbia River, which runs along the border between Washington and Oregon, is a beautiful and awe-inspiring landmark. The Columbia River Basin comprises 260 square miles, and it's the fourth largest river in America. This syncopated quick-step march was originally written while the composer, David Jones, was a student at Brigham Young University in Idaho. He frequently drove along the Columbia River Gorge, and the music that he created is designed to capture both the natural grandeur of the landscape and the playful, adventuresome spirit of the outdoors. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Columbia River Quickstep. Our first conductor tonight, guest conductor, is George Smith. He attended the University of Wisconsin in Madison, receiving his undergraduate and advanced degrees there. He was a band director for 13 years and administrator for 23. In retirement, George is a beer connoisseur. Besides being a connoisseur, he stays active, playing in several ensembles and serves as a clinician and music educator. We are grateful George continues to play in the Plymouth Municipal Band, holding down the tuba section as a soloist and a member of that section. Currently, he's beginning his third year at Plymouth High School, giving lessons as the band assistant lessons at the high school. That's where he works. And this next piece is called Flag Patrol, composed by Ronald Kananer, who was a Plymouth native and also composer of this next piece. He received his bachelor's degree from Lakeland and his master's of music education in 1980. He taught at elementary, middle, and high school college level and served on the staff for the Lakeland College Music Camp for 25 years. He served as assistant conductor for the Keele Municipal Band, helped manage the music store downtown, Dreams Unlimited, and was a member of the Plymouth Municipal Band for many years. Unfortunately, Ron passed away in 2019 after a short and valiant fight with cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mr. George Smith conducting the Plymouth Municipal Band with Flag Patrol. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for all your work over the past years making music a part of a lot of people's lives here in Plymouth and elsewhere. Yeah, he deserves it. Thank you, George. This upbeat piece is a study of the dance styles that bring soca and calypso music written within the reach of musicians just beginning their exploration of Caribbean dance music. Caribana is the former name of the largest Caribbean carnival celebration outside of the Caribbean itself, which takes place in all places, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This main melodic material of the Caribana After Party is taken directly from another piece entitled Caribana and is a lush opening statement before quickly giving way to the full theme over in a calypso groove. As the piece progresses, we are carried to the more jumping rhythm of the soca music, complete with a rhythm selection breakdown that calls for all winds to use either their body or their music stands to add to the celebratory groove. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Caribana After Party. Our next guest conductor is Mr. Jason Sobronic, who is a fixture of the local music scene here in Plymouth. He's having served, he was the Oostburg School District Director of Bands for several years before he came to Plymouth, and he served as the band director of Plymouth for 29 years. He's also an adjunct professor at Lakeland College, University of Wisconsin-Sheboygan, and Lawrence Conservatory. He's the principal trombone player for the Sheboygan Symphony Orchestra for over 40 years. So at this time, we would like all people who have in the band and audience who have had Mr. Sobronic as their teacher to please stand. Thank you, Jason. He's going to be conducting this next piece dedicated to Philip Black, a former soprano bugler for the U.S. Commandant's own Marine Drum and Bugle Corps. The composer said, "Composing music for a fallen friend is hard. My goal was to highlight the strength of his character and his warm personality with each melody, to illustrate his kindred spirit with each harmony, and to paint a picture of who Philip was and always will be, a Marine, a trumpet player, and a fierce friend." This piece begins with the majesty and fervor of a parade. As the tempo slows into a somber funeral march, the melody draws upon taps. The music marches to a chorale section where hints of Philip's alma mater are weaved into the musical texture. This final selection combines the chorale melody with the version of the Marine hymn. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sobronic conducting Ultimate Valor. Thank you, Mr. Sobranic, for all your work in making music a part of Plymouth. Our next music influential person in Plymouth, we'd like to honor Miss Eunice Fry. Eunice, are you here? There she is, back there. Thank you, Eunice. Yes. Eunice served as the woodwind band assistant for 30 years at Plymouth High School. She was the principal flute player at the Sheboygan Symphony for 30 years, and she was a well-known instrumental private flute instructor in Sheboygan County and was a founding musician of the Dorff Kapelle. We were honored to have Eunice play in the city band for over 50 years. All those who have been had Eunice as their teacher, please stand. Thank you, Eunice. Guys and Dolls is a musical with music and lyrics by Frank Lesser. It was based on two short stories by Damon Runyon, and they were written in the 1920s and 1930s based on characters and gamblers and other interesting characters in the New York underworld. It premiered on Broadway in 1950. It ran for 1,200 performances and won the Tony Award for the Best Musical. Guys and Dolls was selected as the winner for the 1951 Pulitzer Prize for Drama. However, because the writer Abe Burrows' troubles with the House of Un-American Activities Committee, the trustees of Columbia University vetoed the selection and no Pulitzer Prize was awarded for that year. This medley will include If I Were a Belle, Luck Be a Lady, Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat, I've Never Been in Love Before, A Bushel and a Peck, and Guys and Dolls. Ladies and gentlemen, the Plymouth Municipal Band with selections from Guys and Dolls. Our next conductor is Mr. Art Parr, who was the band director at the Plymouth Riverview Middle School for several years. Art, pardon? 31 years. Good for you. Art graduated from Lakeland College in 1964 and was hired as a Riverview band director. In the late 1960s, Riverview had a great basketball team, cheerleaders, school colors, and a team name, but no pep band. Art was working as his master's degree in Chicago at the time, and in one of his classes was composition and arranging. The professor assigned the students to write a fight song, and Art thought, Riverview is now going to have a pep band and a fight song. Thus, our next selection is a result of that assignment. Go Warhawks. Any Riverview students from back then, if you want to join in and sing, here it is. Art Parr conducting the Riverview Go Warhawks that he wrote. Our students, please stand. And in the audience as well. Whoa, 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 Art. Whoa.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Parr, for all your work and dedication to the music scene at Plymouth. at this time, we're going to take a break, right? We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a few minutes with more great music from the Plymouth Municipal Band. Okay? Thank you! We'd like to open this second half with a tribute to Ernie Brenneman, who retired from Plymouth High School in 1993. While teaching in Plymouth, Ernie started what might have been the very first high school German band in Wisconsin. After retirement, he organized a professional German band, Dorfkapelle, which means the village band. He, in fact, started German Night right here, which was last week, and a great success as usual. He served as the director of the Plymouth Municipal Band from 1974 to 84, and then again from 87 to 95. Ernie passed away in August of 2022, although his music legacy lives on through Plymouth Municipal Band and various ensembles throughout the state. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who have had Ernie Brenneman as a teacher, would you please stand? Ah, here they are. Whoa! Great, great. Thank you so much. And we would like to honor Ernie with a German march. And if I get it wrong, it's your fault because you told me wrong. By the way, how was the lasagna class going? I heard you were ranked #1, valedictorian. Come on, don't be modest. The Königsberg March is one of the most famous German military marches. It was composed in 1866 in commemoration of that particular battle, the decisive battle of the Austrian-Prussian War, in which the Kingdom of Prussia defeated the Austrian Empire. The march was featured in the film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, when Jones infiltrates a Nazi burning book ceremony. This was meant to be a reference to Triumph of the Will. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Königsberg March. From the concert stage to the gridiron halftime show, the Montreal Olympics and television commercials featured Aaron Copland's Fanfare for the Common Man. It has challenged performers and excited listeners. The score was written in 1943, and Copland said, for the common man who, after all, was doing all the dirty work in the war and in the army. The common man deserves a fanfare. Copland later used it as an integral part of his Third Symphony. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the Plymouth Municipal Band with Fanfare for the Common Man. Some of Henry Mancini's most memorable music includes his marches and march tunes written for TV and motion pictures. Mancini's days as a flute player in the school bands in Pennsylvania, where he grew up, and were a strong influence on his later composing career. Well, we remember Mancini mostly for his great works like Moon River and the Pink Panther theme. His melody takes us through his famous marches used in TV and film. Here are the marches of Henry Mancini. Multi-Grammy Award winner Michael Bublé has sold over 25 million albums worldwide since he made his debut in 2003. His unique blend of jazz, big band, and pop styles have made him to such accolades as being dubbed the heir to Sinatra. This collection of crooner serenade includes Moondance, followed by I've Got You Under My Skin, and Save the Last Dance for Me. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Crooner's Serenade. This next number was an anachronism in the Lone Ranger movie starring Johnny Depp a few years ago. An anachronism is something out of place, out of time. For example, during the Revolutionary War, when George Washington was at Valley Forge, he picked up his cell phone and called Ben Franklin in Philadelphia and wanted to know where the supplies and money were. Well, obviously the cell phone is out of place, out of time. This particular number appeared in the movie The Lone Ranger, and near the end, when the Transcontinental Railroad met in Utah, and it was in 1869, and in the movie, the band is playing, the crowd, the flags. It's a wonderful time, except this number was an anachronism. It wasn't written until 1896. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is none other than John Philip Sousa's Stars and Stripes Forever. and gentlemen, the Plymouth Municipal Band under the direction of Andrea Panier. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful evening to honor all the musician directors in this community. Thank you, thank you. Next week we'll be